We've now imported both the texture and the audio assets into the project, and the next step is to configure the textures, at least initially, so that they start looking right in our game. Now you might think that having imported the textures, that's pretty much all we need to do with regards to importing, but if we open up the textures folder and look carefully at these textures, you will see that things are not quite so simple. Let me just bring in a Windows Explorer window for just a moment and take a look, for example, at this file, which is text level 03 design.png, and you can see that it consists of a series of platforms. In fact, if I right click and I choose view and then I choose extra large icons, you can see if I scroll down, we get a better view of that level design, and you can see the image here. But if I have a look at that file in the project panel, we have this image here. So let me just move this window out of the way and select this file here, and in the preview panel you can see what we have, and in fact it looks nothing like the file we have imported. It looks nothing like how it should look. It's complete black with some white dots, and generally it looks a total mess. And in fact, if I select the platform here, I just click on that, you can see that this image appears to be completely squished. And so clearly something is wrong here. In fact, even if I select this design, you can see the level design here is really jagged and it's just weird looking. So something is clearly very wrong with these textures. And this is partly for two reasons. Because when we import a texture like this, Unity sets the texture type to a standard texture file. And if you have a look here at the dimensions of this texture, you can see that it's been imported of a size 1024 by 512. Now I happen to know that the size of these background images, they are full screen images, and our game runs at 1024 by 600 and not 1024 by 512. This means that these textures here are being resized by Unity, and indeed they are being resized to the nearest power of 2 size. So for example, we have 32, 64, 128, 256, 512, 1024, 2048. Unity is selecting one of those dimensions and it's rounding up and resizing our images to the nearest size. I don't want Unity to do that. Since we are making a 2D game and not a 3D game, I don't want to use this standard texture mode. So what I am going to do is, for all of these textures, I'm going to select them all. I'm going to choose the first one, hold down the Shift key on the keyboard and select the last one here. And I'm going to change the texture type here from texture, and I'm going to set this to Sprite 2D UI. And when I select that and I choose Apply, Unity will go ahead and process these textures. And now, for example, when I select this level 3 background, you can see we're getting a much better look. And in fact, Unity has detected the transparent areas inside the PNG files, and these are now appearing as transparent here in the preview panel. Notice here it resizes the image. It puts it back to its original size, which is 1024 by 600. And in brackets, we get NPOT, which stands for not power of 2. It's telling us that this is not a power of 2 size, but that is absolutely fine for these 2D UI textures, as we will see shortly. Now, another setting that is enabled by default for all of the textures is the Generate MIP Maps option. Again, I'm going to select all of these textures and I'm going to disable Generate MIP Maps. This simply means that the further the camera moves away from these textures, the lower the quality the texture will appear. Unity will automatically swap in some lower res textures if the camera moves far away, but the camera for our game is going to remain in place, and so we never need the Generate MIP Maps option. So again, for this I am going to choose Apply and set that for all of the textures. So now all of our textures are configured and they are almost ready to go, but for a few of these textures there's still some more tweaking to do, and we'll see what that is next.